you go. Okay. So you do currently have a California driver's license, you just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment?
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you.
Here you go.
Okay. So you do currently have a California driver's license, you just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment?
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you, the boyfriend?
Yeah, it's so rude. I hope you know I'm recording.
Well, it wasn't my intention to offend you, but he just identified as a cat, and you're wearing a Harriet's Waltz t-shirt, so forgive me if I came to a conclusion that you guys are involved in some sort of a homosexual arrangement.
I'm not mad that you think we're together, but you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you like. I can have this car towed, because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate.
But you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you like. I can have this car towed, because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here?
What should we do? I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here?
What should we do? I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give me an ID, use some manners so I can give you your ticket and move along.
Today, it was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much. I plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the legend feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and sincerity and truth with this great gospel. Coming out of our Bible for who? For the elect of Yasharala, Israel. And we're going to get into this lesson about these, man, the children of, what it says, they were children of fools. They were the base men, right? Let's go to it. It's the book of Job 30, verse 8. It says, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, right? Read again. It says, they were children of fools, yea, they were children of base men. And what did the Lord say about base men? This is the book of Daniel 4, verse 17. It reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and what? And setteth up over it the basest of men, right? You're looking at the basis of men, the lowest class of men, right? This is the lowest of low of all the nations created, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's in rulership right now. He's in power. That's who the Lord set up. I'm reading it again. Daniel 4, verse 17, it says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. So let's go to the book of Job 30 and 1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Right? Because when you go back to, we were the first created. Right? These other nations came after Israel. But because why it says the men we fell as angels, the angels who left their first estate. Right? We were the ones helping Yahushua create all things in the beginning. So the other nations came after. Right? It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision. Right? Because we fell, we became what? Subjects to these other nations. Right, it says, ye are gods, but ye shall die like men, right? Talking to you Israelites, you're going to die like men. The word Israel means he is the Prince of Power. He is the Son of the Most High. He's the Son of God, right? It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have to disdain to have set with the dogs of my flock, right? Who's that talking about? The so-called white man, right? You don't want this white man around animals because he like to fuck animals. He like to sleep with animals and molest animals, right? Even in the ocean, they're talking about these fishes got sexual transmitted type disease you find only in humans. We wonder why. All these different things happen. They don't call Edomites fucking dogs and whales and all type of different species of life, right? It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Right? You see this fucking cracker, he think he a cat. They think they're animals. So he'll probably fuck another cat. Right? It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age in whom old age was perished. It says, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Right? Who cut them? Where the Lord cut them off, man. The Lord cut them off in different times, right? Think about the Roman Empire. After they fell as a Roman Empire, where did they go to? Into the Caucasus Mountains, right? They went to the Caucasus Mountains. A lot of them went into captivity under Israel in Europe, right? They went into captivity in other parts of the earth, right? They fell as a people. It says, for want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. And I'm at the job, and the chick, she gonna say, "Oh, that's a beautiful name, Juniper." Juniper. And the only thing I could think about the scriptures, you look at them devils, they love talking about that juniper, right? And it says they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Who's the main thief on earth? Esau, Edom. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's what the scriptures tell us, right? It says they were driven forth from. Why you think they ran into the Caucasus Mountains, right? Why you think they were hiding from the men of the earth? Because everybody identified them as that thief, as the wicked. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts, in the valleys, in the caves of the earth, in the rocks. Who's the main people bragging to be the Flintstones, the caveman? Only a caveman could do it. Right, the so-called white man. Don't nobody want to fucking identify themselves as a base motherfucker, a caveman who was eating out of his dead parents' skulls or dead relatives' skulls as a bowl, using the skulls of dead family members as a bowl to eat out of. Right, they would pick lice out of their hair and eat it. Right, these motherfuckers didn't have a language. The language was taken away from them. Right, it says, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and in the caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they braided, and the nettles they gathered together, right? No languages. They didn't have no language. The Lord took everything away from them. This was a mighty motherfucker from the Roman Empire, right? It says, I'm going to read Job 30:8 again. They were children of fools, yea, they were children of base men. They were viler than the earth, right? And it says what in the scriptures? Verse 9, it says, and now am I their song. Yea, I am their byword, right? You digger, you spick, you wetback, right? You fucking Native American piece of shit, right? They hate our people. They talk against our people, right? It says, and now I am their song. Yea, I am their byword. Why? Because the Lord set over this kingdom the basis of men. The lowest level of man is ruling right now, the Edomites. It says, they abhor me. They flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face, because he have loosened my cord and afflicted me. They have also let loose brittle before me, right? The Lord an open season on us. And who did the Lord use to come against us? Esau, Edom, the wicked. What did the Lord say about the wicked? I'm reading the book of Psalms 17. Let's start at 9. It says, from the wicked that oppress me. What? Let's go back a little bit. It says, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Who's the apple of the Lord's eye? The children of Israel. Right? And the children of Israel has been given over unto what the heathens. Right? Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. It says, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Right? Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me. From my deadly enemies who compass me about, right? It says they are enclosed in their own fat. With their own mouth they speak proudly, right? The most proudest nation is Edom. It says they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of prey. And who they greedy of? Our lives. And as it were a young lion lurking into the secret places, it says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from who? From the wicked, which is thy sword. The Lord set up Esau, Edom to be the sword of the earth, to judge our people for what our disobedience, right? So we're waiting for these devils to fulfill what they were supposed to do. Get rid of it, all these fucking wicked motherfuckers, so what? We could be delivered, so Yahweh can return. That's all it's all about. I'm going to read the book of, let's go to Psalms 137:1. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat, down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion, and we hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive, where we are right now, we're captives. We're slaves, right? We're underneath the power of another nation. We don't have no, we're not even a people, because it's 12 tribes and we're all separated. It says, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. The scripture says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief fellow, right? You suppose it says, remember yourselves. In the land of your captivity, you're going to remember yourselves and call on the name of the Lord. It says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, because that's the main, that's who's over the whole earth right now, the Edomites, the so-called white man. Idumea. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, right? So Edom is connected to Babylon. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happily shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast rewarded us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against stones, right? The Lord is talking about pure fucking revenge and payback, right? Pure revenge and payback. And that's why this devil, he's like, oh hell no. He's scared. He don't want that judgment. It's the book of Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, right? It's a wrap for this devil. The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed bounds that he cannot pass, right? Ain't no motherfucking Edomites thinking they're half man, half woman, half animal, half whatever, in a pure state of confusion, gonna take over this earth. Gonna continue to rule over this earth, right? Because they didn't rule over the earth with the spirit, right? They came underneath because they took down the holy people. So they were acting holy and proper until they took over the earth, and then it says the man of sin shall be revealed. That motherfucker starts showing himself a killer, a murderer, a foolish man, a transgender, a sodomite. Now that we seen who he really is, guess what? It's time for his ass to go the fuck down. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed bounds that he cannot pass, man. It's a wrap for the Edomites.